Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the GC Informer, GameCast's very own news program. I'm your host for today, Mark, also known as Koistorch. We've got some huge news out of Pokemon today. But first, THQ Nordic held an AMA in the wrong kind of place, and the lineup for EVO 2019 has been revealed. Earlier this week, THQ Nordic, the publishers behind the recent Darksiders 3, decided to host an AMA, or Ask Me Anything thread. This is usually a pretty standard affair, not usually handled by game companies or publishers, but that's not the strange part. Normally these would be hosted on well-known and decently reputable boards like Reddit. However, THQ Nordic hosted the AMA on 8chan, which is a board with a checkered past, to put it lightly. THQ Nordic announced its plan for the AMA through a tweet stated the opportunity was here and we took it, which prompted a lot of backlash and parody of the company. In true 8chan fashion, the AMA was filled with all manner of racism, disturbing imagery, and well, pretty much everything people expected from 8chan. There were real questions asked though, but they were buried under everything else. Shortly after the AMA, THQ Nordic apologised over Twitter, stating that they should have been more diligent and looked into 8chan more before jumping on board for the AMA. They made it clear that they do not stand for any of the controversial content present on 8chan, and this was all an oversight that won't happen again. Needless to say, the damage has already been done, as this is a PR disaster. Even if the AMA never went live, the news that it was considered would have done damage to the company's reputation. It's not quickly or easily forgotten, but they were quick to acknowledge their mistake and distance themselves completely from 8chan. We won't know what the damage will be until later on, but hopefully they haven't been too scarred by this situation. Next up, the list for this year's Evolution Championship Series, or EVO Fighting Game Tournament, has been revealed. As I'm a huge fighting game fan, this is pretty big. It also sort of sets the tone for the fighting game community as we see what games are favoured or forgotten. Last year was the first year without a Marvel vs. Capcom game, which was a big hit, but thankfully Dragon Ball FighterZ can channel a bit of that fast, chaotic action. This year will be without Super Smash Bros. Melee, which has been the hardcore, highly technical party fighter all these years. In its place we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is constantly being patched and has new DLC on the horizon. While Smash Ultimate is highly technical as well, there was something special about Melee, and a large core of EVO's fans are already missing the titan of a game. The other titles present this EVO include Street Fighter V, Tekken 7, Soul Calibur 6, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball FighterZ, the new Samurai Showdown, Mortal Kombat 11, and in a completely unexpected move, Under Night in Birth. While it's nice to see Soul Calibur still have a presence at EVO, it's interesting to see BlazBlue Cross Tag, as it had a bit of a mixed reception. Furthermore, Under Night in Birth is a surprise, as it's really fun and technical but has more of a niche following. Then again, Cross Tag Battle actually helped make that series more popular. Mortal Kombat 11 and Samurai Showdown are good choices, with the former kind of being expected, and the latter being a great chance to show off a previously dormant series. Oddly enough, Dead or Alive 6 isn't at this EVO, which is a bit of a shame as it's about to release, and the core mechanics are actually very good. That is, if you can ignore the plot, because if it's one thing DOA has, it's plot. At any rate, EVO 2019 will kick off August 2nd to August 4th, and is a great chance to see high-level fighting and new announcements. Lastly today, a Pokemon Direct has gone live and revealed the new core Pokemon games heading to Switch later this year. Now, I've never been the biggest Pokemon fan, but I do enjoy my time with the games whenever I get a chance. I loved Red and Blue and loved X and Y. The new titles, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, are finally bringing the core handheld experience to the Switch for the perfect blend of home console and portable gameplay. From the short glimpse we get at the new region of Galar, it's pretty clear that everything is on a much larger scale. It's the Pokemon they couldn't make before but always wanted to. Textures are better, Pokemon are shinier, and the world is alive. That being said, the core of the game looks to be intact, complete with random encounters in tall grass. Realistically, the announcement just needed to show the title and a snippet of the gameplay engine and everyone would have been happy. They've shown a little more than that, and while it looks like it's playing it safe, I think all anyone really wanted was for the core experience to look better, and now it does. We were also introduced to the 3 new starter Pokemon. While I admit they are cute, I haven't already made a decision of who I want. But that's pretty standard for me, as I usually wait for the evolution's reveal before I make a decision. That being said, I do tend to lean towards water-type starters, but I am interested in the grass-type Grookey this time around, just in case that stick of his becomes a staff-like weapon in later evolutions. I'm not sure if they'll bring back any of the more recent mechanics in Pokemon games like Mega Evolutions or Z-moves, but I'd like to see something like them return, or something new altogether. I am curious to find out why the games are called Sword and Shield, as the wolf-like logo is mysterious and most likely alludes to each game's legendary Pokemon. It's just that it's a little different from the norm of Pokemon game names, so I'm interested. People have also started memeing the titles with the current season of anime like Rising of a Shield Hero, or people coming up with the third special entry in the series, Pokemon Gun. At any rate, it's been revealed, and now we'll start getting small Pokemon Directs or announcements randomly detailing new Pokemon, areas, characters, villains, and of course evolutions. Pokemon Sword and Shield will release later this year, exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. And that's all the time we have for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please let us know what you thought of today's topics in the comments below. Until next time, bye!